football. Sorry I'm a few minutes late tonight for those who are watching it live. I was live 4 minutes ago but didn't realise I wasn't streaming, which is always good fun. Anyway, Belgium versus Japan live stream watch along will be kicking off in 10 minutes. The winner of this game will play Brazil. I think a lot of people, correct me if I'm wrong, I think a lot of people will be hoping for Belgium to win this, but you know, Japan may not be terrible. They may not be terrible. Interesting around a little bit of team news for you that Vincent Kompany has come back into the team for Belgium. He's been struggling with a bit of injuries lately that has kept him out of the team, but he comes back in the team today with Vertonghen and Alderweireld, and Boyata goes to the bench. Meunier, De Bruyne, Witsel, Carrasco, Mertens, Hazard, Lukaku. So it's the team that Martinez has been picking. No place for Fellaini, no place for Dembele, but a very, very strong bench as we've seen. Whereas as for Japan, they did rest a lot of players in their last group game, which was a little bit odd, and they've brought them back today. So Kagawa starts, Inu starts. Yoshida, so I think Belgium are going to be firm favourites for this, and it's an opportunity. Well, Pankaj has just said there, Lukaku for the Golden Boot. Correct me if I'm wrong, and do correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I believe that, well, I'll just double check it now. I believe that, well, I know that Harry Kane has 5, Lukaku has 4. So, and interestingly, Lukaku has an 80% shot accuracy at the moment. Harry Kane scored with all his 5 chances that he's had. So Harry Kane is top with 5 goals, Lukaku with 4. And today could be an opportunity for Lukaku to shift ahead of that. I mean, just looking at the Golden Boot, Cherishev's still in it, but he's got 3 goals. He started on the bench against Spain. Zuba for Russia also has 3 goals. Ronaldo's got 4, but he's out. Mbappe's got 3, he's still in it. Diego Costa 3, he's out. Cavani 3, he's still in it. Hazard's got 2, he's in it. Neymar has got 2, and Coutinho's got 2, and Luis Suarez has got 2. They're still in it. So it's looking like Lukaku and Kane, but it depends. There's still potentially 4 games for people to go. Socrates has signed for Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, we knew that was going to happen at some point, didn't we? We normally would have done reaction videos on That's Football, but there's so much going on with the World Cup at the moment. It's like, you know, some things you decide to do and some things you don't. Now, this referee, I think he's... I can't remember where he's from, but I seem to remember he was quite shit. Sworn again. I don't think he was that good, as I recall, in the group stage that I saw him. But the teams are about to come out. And, yes, let me get everything set up here for you. Right. We are up and running, which is always the main thing on this. And yeah, my score prediction I'll tell you at full time when the game's kicked off. But yes, I'm looking forward to it. Gnabry signed for Bayer. Maybe Martial will stay. Yes, Joa. I wasn't aware of the Gnabry signing for them, but he's been a very good player when he's left Arsenal. And Bayern Munich again. I don't know what did he do? Yeah, well, Bayern Munich are immoral anyway, because Bayern Munich just hoover up all the talent. Abbas, we are live on the United Stand tonight at 9 o'clock, and unless there's any really breaking Manchester United news in the next couple of hours, got a really interesting show tonight. It is transfer related, but it's totally and utterly researched by the United Stand and somebody who sent us an email, and it's probably one of the most interesting shows we've done quite a while, because I think transfer news is very much dependent on what's going on through sources and people who are credible and this, that and the other. We've sourced this ourselves tonight, and I'm really looking forward to that show. It'll be 9 o'clock tonight. I don't think we'll get extra time tonight. Belgium have done something very wrong if this ends up going to extra time tonight. They should be able to win this in full time. I don't see Japan being a sort of team that can hold them off. I mean, realistically, I've got to be totally honest with this. I've got nothing against Japan. If Japan turned up tonight and won this game, 1, I'd be very surprised, but 2, I'd be like, oh no, because I really want Belgium to play Brazil, and I really want them to knock Neymar out. I can't lie, I have an opinion like everybody else, and yeah, I do really want them to knock him out. But if Japan turn up and play well, then fair play. Apparently, I was saying earlier on, if you're watching this game in Japan, it's 3 a.m. So that's dedication, isn't it, for the Japanese? Okay. Mad Marcus is in the live comments. He will be with me tomorrow night for England. We're starting to look forward to that. Zed Jamie says, evening, Mark, and all in the live comments. Evening, Zed Jamie. Thanks for the messages you sent me this afternoon. My little transfer mole he is. He's not really, but we do talk a bit about transfers and some interesting stuff there, which I must admit has helped me out with a couple of things I wanted to discuss tomorrow. Probably not, but you never know, says Andy Pandy. Don't know what he's talking about. Fellaini just called Marcus, says Pankaj, and I want a Lukaku to knock that brat Neymar out, says Gungshi. You know what? I did tweet this out earlier, and I'll stand by this. I know Stuart, the Liverpool fan, always says, if this happens, will you sing You'll Never Walk Alone on a United Stand show? I will absolutely love Fellaini for the rest of his career. I'll turn it around completely. I'll love him if he knocks Neymar out in the quarter-final. If it's something to do with Fellaini, I will, whether it's the winning goal or something else, if he's involved in knocking Neymar out in the quarterfinals, I'll love Fellaini forever. Because I might not like Fellaini as a footballer, but I can't stand Neymar as a footballer. So that's my stance on that. Kagawa can do damage, Salim, I agree. And Stuart Collins has now changed his name to Sir Stuart Collins. I don't think it was that before, but he's going up in the world. And look at how freaking tall Cortez is, says Jay Hart. Marcus, do you think Burnley can make top four with Fellaini in the team, says Mike Bassett. United now, Burnley. Okay. Anywho, I have got Xander joining me, so let me just get him. So, give us your short score predictions in live comments then, everybody. I'll be absolutely amazed if Belgium doesn't win this, but that doesn't mean that they won't win it. Xander, are you there?
I am, mate. How you doing?
I'm good, thanks. You had another siesta?
The sad thing is, I actually did have a good 45-minute nap. That's the sad
17
thing.
years of age, touching 40. I only sleep at night for 6 hours. I mean, sort your life out, kid.
It was just a good.
For those who are joining us now, come on the show this afternoon, just waking up from siesta. 2 hours later, just waking up from siesta. The youth of today. And he's in sunny Madrid. He could be out ogling. I'm not going to say what, because he could go both ways. That's what I've heard. But he could be out there ogling, and he's having a siesta. So, yeah. But, a lot of people saying that I've seen a few 4-0s here. And now, last time we saw that, I don't know, that's a bit premature. But what are your thoughts on this game, Xander?
I just think Belgium are the better team. I don't see Japan posing too much of a problem. I think they got a bit lucky to go through because obviously Colombia got the red card in that game, in the first group game for them, which obviously they then got the 3 points. So I think that really spurred them on. But without that red card for Colombia, I don't know if they would have made it in the groups, in the knockout rounds. And I just think Belgium are going to absolutely batter them. And as you say, time for Lukaku to fill up his boots and really go for that golden boot.
Exactly. And I think this, to me, looks like it's the first game of the tournament where we've got quite a lot of empty seats. And I remember mentioning this right at the start of the tournament, that over the years when I watch tournaments, I've got a real pet hate. It really makes me get anxiety when I see... Because I love the World Cup. I love the weather. I love the whole big thing about it. And I love to look at the stadiums and they're all full. And I think every stadium so far... We've had full stadiums, but this one, I might be wrong. It might just be the lighting, but it doesn't look full. But actually, no, it's not full. I can see some of the lettering there, so that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, well, Japan's pretty far. Actually, yeah, it's quite far away from Russia, isn't it? Belgium is.
The South Americans are filling these stadiums anyway, so.
Yeah, it's true. But is it? This might be really ignorant, but is football that big in Japan?
It was in 2002, but no. Whether they travel for it, I don't know. But I mean, it doesn't look empty, but it certainly looks like it's not as full as it has been. But then again, on paper, is this the game that's probably... I don't know, Croatia-Denmark was packed, wasn't it? So
yeah.
Belgium's not a particularly big country, though.
It's tiny. It's tiny.
Yeah. So that'll be like a home game for Brazil if they win this. If whoever plays this, I mean, it's not empty by any standards, but
No.
there are a lot of empty. I presume the stadium is blue seats because I can see a lot of blue seats. Anyway, come on, ref, get this game going.
Both really nice kits, these, I think. I really like these Belgian and Japanese kits.
Well, I was having an interesting conversation today and after the match, and my kids weren't happy that Brazil went out, so they're obviously been brought up well, because I don't know why they don't like Brazil. They've obviously been listening to me. But they were like, what do you think about Belgium? And I said, to be honest, I'd rather Belgium get to the final than France or Brazil, because I want someone to win it who's never won it before. So we've kicked off anyway. The timer's up and running, and it's live.
What second are you in?
I'm in 30 seconds.
Okay, cool.
What are you?
14.
Oh, that's quite close then. You found new.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, you were on iPlayer, weren't you, before?
Wow. Yeah, I was, yeah.
See, even in this country, if you go iPlayer, you're. I remember in the Euros, because I used to work in a different room, so I had a telly in there which I'd had set up, and I used to watch it on iPlayer. And the amount of time, well, it didn't happen many times. It happened once because obviously you realise. But I was like watching it, and I heard in the other room people going, "Yes!" I was like, "What are you on about?"
Yeah.
And they're like a good minute ahead.
That happens over here with Spain. Like, obviously, when I was watching the Spain games, you could just hear the neighbours go mad when they scored.
Yeah. Anyway, we might have underestimated Japan in this game. I'm not saying anything's happening in this, but they're not a pushover. Obviously, they got out their group. They drew with Senegal. They beat Colombia, and they obviously lost to Poland. So a bit of a mixed bag, Japan. The most impressive performance for Japan was against Colombia, and they were against 10 men. But in the second half, the way they moved the ball around and pressed was really, really impressive. So they've got technique.
Yeah, but I mean, they have got technique, but like you say, it's against 10 men. It's easy to knock the ball about quite quickly if you're playing against 10 men. I don't know.
I'm more thinking if this. I'm more keeping an eye on Belgium here to see if they actually have got the ability to go up against Brazil and give them a beating, because I look at that Belgium team. You've got Lukaku, who with Harry Kane, I think is the best number 9 in the Premier League comfortably, and two of the best in Europe. You've got De Bruyne, one of the best midfielders. You've got Hazard, but everyone knows about Hazard. You've got three very, very good defenders, a top class goalkeeper. Then you got
Mertens as well.
Yeah, you got Mertens as well. I mean, Witsel, I don't understand why Witsel plays. And Carrasco. That's the thing that really... I don't know what people in the live comments think, or you think, Xander, about this as well. I don't get Witsel and Carrasco. They both pissed off to Japan. To China. And they're both like... I don't know how old Witsel is, but Carrasco's like mid-20s. And they've gone to China to make money. And as the national team coach, I would be like, get out. I'm not even picking you. But no, he picks them and drops people like Nainggolan, who've been playing in the Champions League semi-final. It's really weird by Martinez. And that's why I don't really like Martinez that much. I prefer him over Deschamps, but I think he's a weird manager. And I wouldn't have anybody from China playing. I think it just shows a real... And as Giovanni says, Dembele should be playing over Witsel.
That's exactly what I was about to say, mate. I was going to say I'd pick Dembele over Axel Witsel, and also Carrasco's an attacking player, isn't he? So he's playing as a wing back, but that's definitely something that Japan can try and identify and go. And also Brazil if Belgium do go forward. So yeah,
Carrasco's right-footed as well. There's Jordan Lukaku at Lazio is a left wing back, and he's really good. So again, I don't really get it.
Yeah, it's a weird one, isn't it? Well, every manager has their small, weird things that they do, and this is clearly one of Martinez's. Quite a fast-paced game, though. It's not been slow or laboured or anything so far.
No.
Should be in the comments saying. There she is. Yep.
Who do I like better, Hazard or Neymar? Raj says, well, 100% Hazard. And I don't really like Hazard much, but 100% Hazard. Neymar, I just can't stand him. I think in this World Cup especially.
Suarez or Neymar?
That is a tough question. I'd still say I prefer Neymar over Suarez.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I go that. I go that. Ed, no, she joins for moral support. Sometimes Megan joins for moral support in these streams. She says, "You don't get any viewers, Sander, so I'll add one to your streams." But she doesn't know it's you now.
Oh, is she on the stream? Is she?
Yeah, she's just joined.
Jack Brown says, "What a difference a year makes. This time last year, Mark thought that Morata was better than Lukaku." You know what? In relation to Morata, I'm not a flip flop fan. I still think Morata's a really good striker. I just think he's been totally misused at Chelsea, and I don't think Lukaku's improved at Manchester United. I think in some ways he was better at Everton, but he's a goal scorer. I like Lukaku anyway. I really like Lukaku. I wouldn't swap Lukaku for any number 9 at the moment, but I did quite like the idea of Morata.
As soon as Lukaku signed, though, you did say, right, well, we've got Lukaku now, let's get behind him, and I wouldn't swap him for Morata. So you haven't flip-flopped about. You always, stuck to your point saying, I did want Morata, but now we've got Lukaku, I'll get behind him.
I know, I even said it about Matic as well, who I really didn't want.
Well, your point still sort of stands, because when you signed him, we were all like, oh, bloody hell, he's slow, he's this, but he's been good, but he is still slow in all the things that we criticise him for.
Yeah, and I think people get into, well, yeah, he has had a good season, but where did we finish? 20 points off the top. We didn't win the league, did we? And I'm an old school fan who thinks we should be, challenging or winning titles. And if I looked at a United team at the moment, I would say that if I was in charge, I would get rid of Matic and bring somebody who's more mobile, because I think it's really important. And looking at this Belgium team, it's very mobile.
What's been United's biggest sort of criticism? We move the ball around too slowly, and that Matic has got to be a big factor in that. But they're coming forward here, Japan.
Yeah, Japan have had all the possession so far in this first 7 minutes.
They've done all right, haven't they? They had a few shots starting off. Well, I'm 6.5 minutes into the game, so yeah, they've done all right. Look, we all underestimate Japan, and I'm not going to sway, not going to flip-flop, like you say, from my Belgium win prediction. But maybe we have been underestimating Japan.
I tell you what, I think Belgium, if they get through, and Brazil would be massive. It would be an absolutely interesting game to watch, because Belgium play quite narrow, but pack the middle of the pitch, and Brazil like possession. I think it'd be a really good game. That would. No Casemiro for Brazil. He's got 2
but you'll see
cards now.
Fernandinho, he's good enough, isn't he? Japan they've started the better team. For people that aren't watching it, I know we do get people that just can't watch it and join for the sort of commentary. Japan in the first 7-8 minutes have been the better side, more of the ball, getting forward, putting pressure on that Belgian defence. So it's only early in the game, but I'm impressed. I'm impressed with Japan so far. Dembele's a box to box. Witsel is a CDM. I think with De Bruyne, you need someone to protect the back four. What do you reckon of that, Mark?
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Belgium on the attack here, Japan clear.
But then Nainggolan's a defensive midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a bit more box to box, but he could have done that job. Yeah, I really don't understand the Witsel thing.
Apparently, he likes a cigarette though. I heard that. He's partial. Look, they could have slipped. Thing is, I guess who's Belgium's right wing back?
Meunier.
Right, so I guess what they'll do is when Carrasco gets forward, like he just did there, they'll tuck into a back four, if that makes sense.
Just for a question from earlier, we were trying to clarify about yellow cards, because obviously Casemiro's missed out now. I was reading something here that surely yellow cards are wiped out at some stage. Yes, they're wiped out in the quarterfinals. Players are given a clean slate and ready to go again. So that would mean that
you can't miss the final.
Well, you can, because you could get one in the quarterfinal and one in the semi-final.
Oh right, so it's clean. Okay, so it's clean. I thought it was clean after.
I think it's wiped out before the quarterfinals.
Right, I understand.
Well, that's one article I've read. I'll keep having a look.
Yeah. Well, Japan are knocking it about nicely. Like I said, being the better side. I mean, Belgium are struggling to get hold of the ball. And as you said, Mark, to be fair to Japan, they do look like they can knock it about at a decent tempo. But now you're seeing Belgium. Well, you didn't really see it, but Belgium, they don't mind Japan having the possession because they've got so much pace on the counter attack with Hazard, Mertens, and Lukaku that they can properly hit you on the break.
Lukaku into the box. There's an overlap there. No, it's going to be a little bit too late with that. Ooh, goal kick. Yeah, I agree with that from Ziggy. Lukaku would have had 10 or 15 more goals last season if United had someone that could cross the ball to him. I mean, he's still got 27 in a team that didn't... Yeah, and also, factually, he only had half the chances that Harry Kane had.
I think that's my dad. Obviously, me and my dad watched the games together, and from the beginning of the season, we got no width. We got no proper width. It's true because Martial likes to come inside, and Lingard likes to come inside. If you're playing those are the wingers, Sanchez likes to come inside as well. I think we lack, like you say, a Perisic who can just run it down to the byline and just put a good ball into the box.
Ricky says Japan win from Indonesia. An upset would be nice for Japan, says Bella Douglas. And Lukaku's not that good in my eye, says Daniel Hogan. And if Janusaj comes on and scores, Matthew will lose it, says Jack Brown.
It's funny though, isn't it? As soon as he scored one, he's been absolutely just absent. He's been playing at Real Sociedad. You ever not heard of him, right? And then he scores a decent goal for Belgium, and everyone's like, "Oh, we should never have sold him, this and that." Where did he go? He went to Sunderland, did nothing under Moyes again, and then went off to Real Sociedad.
Barani says that Belgium don't want Japan to park the bus, so they're just letting them have a bit of the ball. You know what? That might be very, very tactically astute there, because Belgium are dropping off and letting Japan have the ball. And that's something that, to the naked eye, people might not realise about football, is that you might just play a certain way for 10 minutes just to...
lull them into a false sense of security. Good comment though, Barney. That's the sort of comments we want to see, isn't it? Just proper tactical awareness, that comment.
Now, Nathan Harper says yellow cards are wiped out after the quarterfinals, but what I've read is that they're wiped out before.
It doesn't make sense it doesn't make sense to be able to miss the final. I think...
Yeah, I don't know. The thing I've read is not conclusive. I've just read two things there, but they both say they're wiped out at the quarterfinal.
Well, if you've read two...
But that would mean that if you get a yellow card in the quarterfinal and the semi-final, you miss the final. Or if it's not that way, that would mean if Neymar gets a yellow card in the quarterfinal, he misses a semi-final because he's already got a yellow. So,
yeah. Anyway. Belgium is trying to tire Japan out. The Belgian players are strong enough to play a full 90 minutes, but the Japanese aren't. I don't know whether that's true or not, but there you go. If anything, it's more knackering to chase the ball when you've not got it than have the ball. So,
look, I look at this Belgium squad and it's got... I mean, I know as an England fan, I said quarterfinals is acceptable. It's a good World Cup. Semi-final is fantastic. And but I look at this Belgium squad and I think they've got to be saying semi-final. Semi-final's got to be their aim, and then anything else is obviously a good thing. But I think looking at the squad of Belgium, they've got to be looking at that.
Yeah, definitely. But if they're on the other half of the tournament, you'd be saying definitely should get to the final. But because with Brazil and France, then you can give them that.
Hazard, nice little run there.
Mark, watch that after we finish this stream. Watch that video I sent you. It's bloody brilliant. You'll love it.
Tell you what, Carrasco could have gone down in the box there, and I think he would have had a penalty. And the referee was like, "Yeah, play on. You've got the ball." But I'd have just gone down. He definitely gets a niggle in the box. I don't know what everyone thinks about that. I would have gone down. The referee acknowledged it was a foul. It was in the box, and Carrasco played on. I'd have took the penalty here.
But that's not fair though, because I know what you're saying, and I would do the same. But surely, if it's a foul and the referee acknowledges it's a foul, it shouldn't matter whether it goes down or not. That's
well, yeah,
why we
because
see.
it's not an advantage when you're in the corner of the box with two Japanese players in front of you. It's a foul. He should give a penalty, really.
That's what encourages players to go down so much, though, isn't it? Because they don't give it if you don't go
Yeah,
down.
you're right. I mean, that's something that I've always been irritated by, is that, you know, people wonder why we get diving, but actually, if you stay on your feet, it's still a foul. He should just give the penalty.
Yeah, definitely, mate. That's 100% a penalty. Now, what I'm shocked as well, why did not go to VAR?
Well, no, he acknowledged it was a penalty. He acknowledged it was a foul, sorry. He just was like, play on. Where's my advantage then, ref, with two players in front of me when I could have a penalty?
Yeah, what's the advantage in not getting the penalty?
See what anyone's got to say. I would have gone down, says Pankaj. I'd have gone down like a fat kid on cake. Got to bring that line out. Syed supports the Asian team. Come on, United. Look, you know, as I say, subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Everyone's welcome here. It doesn't matter who you support, where you are in the world. It's a global football community. We're doing every single World Cup game as a watch-along, so get your thoughts in there. And if you want Japan to win, good for you.
Yeah, I think 42,000 is a bit of a stretch this evening, but you know, if we can get as close to that as possible going in tomorrow, then we should be good for that tomorrow.
Xander, you never know with me in the seats.
Oh, I know, mate.
I'm only joking.
No, but it's true though. You have pulled a few out of the bag, but we've only got 800.
Anything's possible, especially if everyone shares the video. Anything is possible.
The thing is, you were being sarcastic there, but you know it's true as well.
Good header, Lukaku on his wrong foot. Oh, late off. Did well there. Got a corner, yeah. I'll tell you what, I would love Lukaku. I mean, I know we've got a few Liverpool fans in here, and they like to give a bit of banter out, but if you just close your ears for a moment, because you're not relevant for the minute, I'd love Lukaku to win the Golden Boot. I like Harry Kane to win it, obviously, because I'm English, but I think I'd probably love Lukaku to win it more, because it'd be absolutely brilliant to be able to say, next season we've got the World Cup Golden Boot player at Manchester United.
And I'd just be happy for him himself, you know. I'd like him to have that. Lukaku getting hugged by two jabs. Yeah.
It's gone out for a goal kick. Well, it's an interesting game, this. Knowing that either team can play Brazil, I'm sort of watching them play and thinking, I mean, Brazil will want Japan, because Brazil,
of course they will, yeah.
Will I think they'll beat Japan, but I think Belgium, it would be the ultimate test.
Although if they got Japan, I'm still not sure they'd absolutely smash them. I don't think Brazil are going to smash any team. I think they're going to do exactly what they did today to every team, just grind out results. Although, you know, coming up to 20 minutes into the game, yes, Belgium have sort of grown into it, but Japan have been okay. They've you know, there's nothing to worry about if you're going for Japan, as of yet. Tavish says, Mark, can you pronounce Courtois' name yet?
No. Cortez? Courtois?
Cortez.
Courtois?
Yeah, it's Courtois.
So Witzel's 29. Still shouldn't be in China.
No. I thought he was a good young talent. That's what I thought he was.
He was at Zenit St. Petersburg in 2016, and then he went to Chiani Quanyam in 2017. What's that all about?
Graziano Pella went over there as well.
Yeah.
Southampton. A few players have gone. Carrasco's a weird one as well, because I thought he's quite a decent player. Who else? Tevez went over there as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Lukaku proved me wrong because I wanted Morata to United last year, but after seeing Lukaku's performance, I've changed my mind. You open up. It's a chess game again. It's been tight. It has been tight. It's not been a boring game. It's been interesting, as Mark says, but they are just trying to feel each other out and sort of get an understanding of the game. I do still think Belgium will come out on top, though.
Yeah, Witsel is... I mean, I remember playing many FIFAs and thinking, oh yeah, I'll get Witsel in. But, I mean, it doesn't impress me. I understand why some people go and play in China, and a lot of Brazilians do, but Brazilians, they're not from Europe. They come to Europe to make money, and a lot of Brazilians come from poverty and things like that, so money's very important to them. But, Lukaku on the turn there, good block, corner... But I don't get why European players who know the European game, they'll have grown up with the Champions League and things like that. They know that this is the place to be in football, and Carrasco's the worst. Atletico Madrid at 24 or 25, and you go and play in China just to go and get a load of money. Just says a lot about it to me. It says you're more about money than you are about your career.
Yeah, I just wouldn't satisfy me. And I'm sure China's a lovely place, but I'm pretty sure it's nicer to live in Madrid. It depends on what you're into, but could have won a Europa League, and yeah, it does say a lot about the person.
Corner to Belgium, De Bruyne's on it. Oh, he nearly caught that. The Tongans still got it on the left-hand side. I mean, realistically, that should be an area that Belgium are doing well on here, getting some crosses into the box.
Gungshi feels a goal
Japan
coming.
Haven't got a lot of height.
Yes, you're very right. You're right. The likes of Lukaku in the box, Vincent Kompany. They've got a bloody good Vertonghen in there as well. So many good players. Some of these comments really.
Lemire, I wouldn't go and play in China in a million years. No way. If I was at Atletico Madrid, I wouldn't go to China.
No. Really nice stadium they've got as well. Atletico Madrid. It's a weird one though, because the Atletico Madrid fans, they love the Calderon, which was like in the centre of Madrid. It was lovely. You could drive under it. It was brilliant. And then they've moved right near the airport, right away from everyone. It's a nice stadium, but I just don't, probably money orientated, but it's a weird one.
What's happening to the old one then?
What happened to the old one? I'm not sure. I think it's going to be apartments, as they always do. But
I think it's still down then.
Not yet. I don't think. But
the Bernabeu's in the middle, isn't it?
Yeah, the Bernabeu's flat in the middle. Mate, that's so nice. It's so big as well. That is one of the I've been to quite a few stadiums. That is so nice.
Can you walk there from where you are?
I can't. No, I can't walk there. I've got to get a small metro ride. It takes me about half an hour to get there, but I live a little bit out the centre. But yeah.
Oh, that's a poor ball. Could have got Lukaku in there. Belgium are pushing now. I think we had that first 10 minutes where they gave Japan the ball, and now they've gone up a gear and started to press themselves.
Exactly, mate. 100%. The first 10 minutes, Japan looked okay. And maybe that comment, do you remember that comment that came out that Belgium sort of wanted to, lull Japan into a full sense of security? Maybe that was right, because it is all Belgium now.
Arsenal Dan says, Mark, why do you want Belgium to win? Because I want someone to knock Brazil out, and I think Belgium have got a more chance than Japan. Also, I do like Lukaku. I think Belgium are a very inoffensive team. There's not really anything to dislike about Belgium. No,
I don't think. There's not really any. There's no Sergio Ramos in that, Neymar in that team, is there?
No.
Where you're like, oh, you bastard. There's no one in there that you really dislike.
That's a good ball by Lukaku. Out to Carrasco, who's in the box again. Poor cross. I don't think they get the best out of De Bruyne in this formation, though, because he's playing a little bit too deep as opposed to where he plays for Man City. He's got Hazard and Mertens and Lukaku ahead of him, whereas in Man City he's obviously a little bit more advanced. So I never really see De Bruyne doing that well offensively for Belgium.
Well, if you look at him now, he's right on the edge of the box, so they will be pressing forward, so he will affect play. Do you know what really annoys me? How a left winger is the number 10, and the number 10 is the number 7. Eden Hazard's number 10, and then De Bruyne's 7. That annoys me.
There you go.
I don't like Hazard years ago kicked a ball, boy. He didn't kick it. He was trying to get it out of under his stomach.
Yo, you Lukaku! Oh,
Whey!
he hasn't scored. I don't know how he didn't score. It was like a lovely cross that comes in. I think it's Meunier who puts, or Mertens who puts it in, and Lukaku really should score. He gets ahead of his man. He's in the 6-yard box, and it sort of gets stuck under his feet. He gets a little bit of a push from the Japan player actually, because it knocks him off and it gets stuck under his feet, and they manage to get it clear. But that should have been a goal.
I think he gets a push, like you say. I do think he gets. I think if he didn't get that push, he'd have been all right.
Very close.
Yeah, it gets a massive push. Look at that. You've probably seen the replay already. That's a massive push.
Ow.
He just full-on nudges him. It's not even subtle. He just proper barges him.
Yeah, awesome guy says, yeah, he did get a push. Push slightly, says BKD Limited. I think he was tapping it in with his right foot, to be honest, if he doesn't get that nudge.
Yeah, easily. At least I'm always going to defend him.
Good ball here. Belgium doing a lot better now. They started off a bit slow, but Hazard into the box. He's got his man on toast if he wants him. Lay it off. Lay it again. Oh. That's another nush. Oh, De Bruyne got pushed then.
Another nush.
Yeah, another nush. It's a cross between a nudge and a push. I'm creating my own words here.
Another nush. He's been nushed in the box here. That's a penalty.
Lovely by Lukaku there. Japan holding on a little bit here.
They are playing very well, though, aren't they?
Hazard, shot, punched away. And that'll be a throw-in.
Goal's coming, isn't it?
Dan 11 says, has anyone been booked for diving in the World Cup yet? Well, Neymar should have been.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing.
Belgium are a bit all over Japan at the moment here.
Yeah, the goal's coming, lads, for Belgium, definitely. Good save. It wasn't really. It was straight at him. He didn't need to do anything there.
Corner. They're pushing.
Yeah, and there's no way Japan can defend against this amount of pressure. Just if Belgium keep this up, they'll be 1-0 up by half time at least, I reckon. Look at that. They've got so many. Yeah, they've pinned her right back here, Belgium. Corner, yeah.
Gosh. Keeper's not even on the pitch at the moment. I don't know what happened there. Company, I think, headed it back across the goal, but there was no one there. Of interest for Belgium, who could miss the quarter-final, because we know that Casemiro will miss it. De Bruyne, Vertonghen and Meunier.
Oof.
Tell you what, this Japan goalkeeper's thrown more punches than David Hay did against Bello. He's punching everything.
That's another one, isn't it? Courtois, Quartes and Bello.
How have Belgium not scored yet, says Ben France.
Yeah. He doesn't want to catch it, does it, this keeper? Doesn't want to catch it.
Company on the back post there. I think all he could do was really put it back across. I'm quite surprised that no one gambled. Otherwise it would have been 1-0.
I'm sure he's just a Liverpool fan. He says Lukaku an overrated Welbeck. I mean, I'll just let the stats speak for itself.
I think that's the key thing with Lukaku. I mean, even when he was at West Brom, then at Everton, now at Manchester United, all his international career, he might not be pretty in some aspects of the game. And as a United fan, I've said, his first touch at times is shocking, but his goals to games ratio, he's an absolute, and I think he's a prime example of, you don't have to have everything to your game to be a professional footballer, and he's got the pace, the power, and the finishing ability. And his build-up play isn't brilliant, but it's getting better.
Yeah, he's improving. He's definitely improving. If you look at him at the beginning of the season and now, he's definitely improving.
I think him and Harry Kane have pretty much echoed each other's careers over the last 3 or 4 years. But I think last season, Harry Kane did move ahead of him. I was really impressed with Harry Kane because in the Champions League he was fantastic. I think Lukaku's yet to really arrive in the Champions League, but he isn't far off, and a fantastic striker.
Yeah. He'd be a nightmare to play against. I heard you say earlier you're a centre-back. I'm a centre-back as well. He's a nightmare to play against because if it's a big guy, you can just deal with him, just rough him up a little bit. If it's a pacey guy, you stand off him a little bit, and but he's both. Like, if you get close to him, he'll just spin you, and he can also get in a fight with you,
And as I was saying before, he's comfortably... him and Kane are comfortably the best number 9s in the Premier League. And I think Aguero was, but I think he's on the sort of decline a bit, Aguero.
I think he'll be off.
And who else? I mean, Aubameyang. A lot of people go on about Aubameyang, and he is good. I always did like Aubameyang, but all his goals are in the German league, aren't they?
He started for Arsenal really well, to be fair.
Yeah, he's done okay, but I still think at the moment, is Kagawa into the box? He probably should have hit that.
Lacazette's another one.
Header straight at Courtois.
French Jermaine Defoe, innit?
But, Japan going up a gear now, which is good to see. It's not over.
I do think Belgium. We've got 15 minutes left of the first half. But I think Belgium will
Firmino's not better than Lukaku or Kane. You're having a laugh.
He's a very good striker, though.
Yeah, there are some good strikers. Aubameyang's good. Firmino is good.
Morata, even though he's had a bad season, technically he's a good player.
But Lukaku and Kane are streets ahead. You put Lukaku in that Liverpool team, he'd score 50 goals.
50, wow. Yeah, well, he'd score a lot. Although I do think Firmino complements Mane and Salah really well.
Yeah. No, Lemire, I like Aubameyang. I'm just saying Lukaku's better. I'm not saying anything else. I agree with Sebastian that Firmino's on Vardy's level, really.
I think he's better than that.
Don't play along with the joke.
Oh right.
Anyway, at the end of the day, you can't knock Lukaku if he comes home with a World Cup Golden Boot, can you?
Or maybe a World Cup trophy.
Yeah. Well, World Cup trophy, Fellaini will get a World Cup winners medal, won't he? But if you win the Golden Boot...
Yeah.
Especially the side of the draw they're in, he's going to have to score goals against good teams.
Definitely. He's going to have to Real Madrid it, as I've said, to the final.
Just remember, we will be doing England tomorrow. I think it's Switzerland, Sweden is at 3 o'clock tomorrow. It is actually, because England's at 7 o'clock. But just a little bit of insight as an England fan who really wants us to win tomorrow. I just had a really down feeling about it about an hour ago. I was just like, I don't know, it's the first time I just felt really like this World Cup, it's too good. Everyone's talking about this, that, and the other, and there's a tough game to come, and I just hope the players don't have that same mentality as well.
Well, you want them to believe that they can go far, but you want them to be concentrated on just the next game as well. Lukaku.
No, I disagree with you, Archie. He says Lukaku isn't better than Aubameyang. Look at the Champions League level of goals. Rest my case. You know what? You know how I'm going to rest my case? Why were Arsenal the only club interested in Aubameyang? If he's so good, why were none of the top 10 teams in the world interested in him? He was available for... What did they get him for? Peanuts, really? 40 million?
Something like that.
Yeah. I like Aubameyang, but... And he's touching 30 as well. He's been around for a long time. If he's so good, why is Madrid or Barcelona or Juventus or Manchester United or Man City never wanted him? He ended up at Arsenal, and let's be honest, Arsenal might improve, but in January they were a joke club, not even in the Champions League, not in it again.
I'll tell you what, mate. Over here, right, the Barcelona and Barcelona and Real Madrid fans, they were telling me that when Lukaku went to Man United, they were a bit gutted because they really liked the look of him. So he's clearly highly rated, and I'm not making that up.
Real Madrid would take him tomorrow if he was available.
Yeah, he's they really wanted him over here. So he's clearly a good player if they're interested, and why weren't they interested in Aubameyang, like you say? And also, Aubameyang made himself very, very clear that he wanted to go to Real Madrid. He always says that or I think it was his granddad or something like that supported them or something like that. He really wanted to go there, but Japan are defending well. Yeah, they had that really intense 10 minutes, didn't they, Belgium? 10, 15 minutes when they looked like they were going to score, but I mean, they're coming forward again. But Japan are defending well, you're right.
Well, we're 10 minutes away from half time. If they get into half time 0-0, they'll be thinking, well, maybe we've got a chance.
I still think Belgium, we've got 10 minutes, I still think Belgium will score, but there you go. Hello, Retro City. Kagawa's playing well for Japan. Yeah, he's playing well for them. Who's been your... Well, we've still got 10 minutes, but man and a half, can you really think that? Difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is when it's like this. It's a bit like the Brazil game earlier on. Here we go.
Yeah.
Hazard, can he get it at his feet? He's into the box. Blocked by Japan.
They're defending well, aren't they?
I think De Bruyne is going to... No, he's not going to shoot. Witsel, he's going to shoot over the bar.
Oh, I think Japan are doing well.
Yeah, AAC63 says Japan are well organised, but they just can't finish. And like a lot of teams in this World Cup,
Yeah,
very well organised, but the final third.
Serbia, Croatia.
Yeah, Serbia were terrible. That Mitrovic is crap.
Mitrovic. Yeah, but he's playing at Fulham, isn't he? He's on loan there from Newcastle.
I think he's going to go there from Newcastle. Yeah, so he'll be in the Premier League.
Well, yeah, but he was when Newcastle won it before they got relegated. And
he's just not prolific enough.
I think he scored against United though in a 1-1 draw under Louis van Gaal. I think that's when Hernandez missed that penalty. Do you remember that? And the reaction with Giggsy and Van Gaal.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good game though. It's interesting. It's nicely set up for the second half, and it is a bit of a chess match though, isn't it? It's no real clear-cut chances. I think Belgium have been the better side, and it is leaning towards them. But Japan are defending well organised, as you said, and it's been an interesting first half. Not been boring. It's not been Spain Russia level.
I think it'd be interesting. I've got a corner here for Belgium. Be interesting if Belgium got a goal. Because Japan would have to come out a little bit more then, and the game would open much.
Game over, I think. If Belgium get a goal, game over, I reckon.
Well, to use your words, everyone thought that when Spain went 1-0 up against Russia, didn't they?
It's true. It is true. But naturally, logically, you'd think the game would open up, Japan to go forward, leave space in behind, Mertens, Hazard and Lukaku will exploit it. That's the logical way. But football doesn't always go that way, Shit. Oh, sorry.
It's all right.
Change the channel.
Good work, Snaps. Robin. Iron Robin.
Oh, Robin. That's what he's trying to... We've all got our little things.
I think Willian is not the best player in the world, CFC 007. I think he'd had an absolutely atrocious World Cup, which a lot of people was left sort of scratching their head at. Then he got an assist on the Neymar goal, and suddenly he was like the best player on the pitch. Typical confidence player, I think. Remember, subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. World Cup watch along, everyone on this channel.
Yes, we've got Sweden, Switzerland tomorrow, and then the big one, England, Colombia. Mark will be live with Marcus for that one, so
yeah, I presume with me on that.
He'll have a few drinks down in Marcus, so anything can happen on that one. You will have as well, I presume.
I'll have a few beers in the fridge for tomorrow's game. Yeah, England.
You're not going to get your gin and tonics out?
I'll have one of them tonight, but not for the no. The thing is, when football matters to me, and I am having a drink, I drink a lot. So beer's the best one to drink because you can have quite a lot of that and not your head off.
I don't know how you sometimes go through 2 or 3 in one stream, right? 3. I don't know. I don't know how you piss like a racehorse. You keep it together. I have a cup of tea before I go live, and I go 4 times.
It hardened bladder. A little bit of a break here because Hazard got injured or got foul. Well, England versus Colombia is the big one for people who are English, obviously. So somebody saying, "Oh, don't make me laugh." If it matters, doesn't it? You know, this is the big one for the Belgians.
Yeah. No, but in terms of the day as well, you know.
Thanks, Manchester United. Hello. Still live? Yeah, I think it dropped out a little bit there, everyone. I lost it for a few seconds. Remember, we are live streaming, so sometimes it will drop out, but we're back now, which is the main thing. But I think I lost Sander, so.
Hello, mate.
Yeah, it just dropped out.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Yeah, it's mine. It's my end. It's my end.
Oh, it's your end. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was my Wi-Fi then. I've got good Wi-Fi. Like, I have got good Wi-Fi, but it just spikes a lot. It's a bit inconsistent, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing this for over 2 years now, and I can count the amount of times it's gone on one hand. But you know, every now and again, like you say, it will just drop.
I think it's because I've got a lot of people in my sort of apartment complex. I think we're all on the same something or other.
Yeah.
So in the evening, when everyone's on it, it goes slow.
Hang on.
That's the ice rumbling in the glass.
Yeah, it's gin o'clock. Chin chin.
Now all you need is a Lacoste polo on and a jumper wrapped around your shoulders, right? Glasses on, and you're there. You're there.
I've had to change my Lacoste. I went out in the back garden again and was kicking the ball about. It's so hot as well.
Yeah. To be fair, on that Germany-Mexico game, right? I went out, played a bit of footy with some people, 5-a-side. Then we all went to the pub after. And I don't drink beer, so I drink. I'm on the rum and cokes. Now in Spain, they do rum with a splash of coke. and so you have 3 or 4 of them. And honestly, I was on my way home and I thought, how am I going to do this stream? But I managed to keep it together.
Japan had a great chance then, and he was onside as well. Bloody hell! Cross came into Osaki in the box, and he tries to control it. It skips off him a little bit, and then Courtois drops it through his legs as well. But it's not a goal, but good chance for Japan.
So they spread it across the left-hand side, right? And he's working it into the box. Yeah, if he can control that and just, or maybe hit it first time, Courtois would have been taken off guard. Yeah, poor first touch. And he does spill it as well, doesn't he?
Well, Belgium are probably having their Croatia game at the moment. I think everyone's going to have one.
Yeah, I think that's a big chance though, Mark, isn't it? That's a big chance. Don't underestimate that. If he controls that and has a decent first touch, he can get a shot off there. And he's right at Courtois. He's unmarked. So, yeah, big chance that for Japan.
He was offside anyway, that chance.
Was he?
Yeah. I don't know where these... does anybody know, actually, where these linesmen and referee are from? Because I remember from the group stage, and they were crap.
There's no English referees.
No, there aren't. So, yeah, they are bad. But the referee is Malang Dedu, who I will Google now and tell you where he's from.
Bloody, I'm happy that I saw Mark Clattenburg doing some sort of analysis.
He's a Senegalese referee.
He's a tit, Mark Clattenburg.
I thought it was about this one then. So Senegalese referee, I presume he's got Senegalese linesman.
He won't be happy with Japan then, knocking them out.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I doubt it'll make a difference, but really, it's something to look out for, isn't it?
Yeah, he's been fair, actually, to be honest.
He's not been bad. I think the ref earlier wasn't awful. He was giving a few free kicks, but no ref... Well, you can't have clangers because VAR sorts that out, doesn't it? So. Contribution here by Juan. Thanks for that. He just says, "Oh, hi, Mark."
Is that what he said?
Yeah, that's what he says. Thanks for your contribution, mate. Mark says hi back. Senegal. Best super chat ever. It was a good super chat, that.
Half time it is, everybody. I was just doing something else there, sorry. So quite an even half. To be honest. Probably more even than many people would have thought would have thought. But having said that, Japan, they can move the ball around. They are an organised team. They do have a lot of players playing in Europe, especially Germany. So they're no pushover. And I remember saying that before.
Well, quite literally, they are a little bit pushover because they don't have too many tall players. But yeah, they're a decent team.
So Belgium at the moment everyone will be going, "Oh, what? I thought Belgium were going to be really good," but we're in that situation where I wouldn't be too worried about it. If you fancy Belgium or you've got Belgium in a sweepstake or you want Belgium to win the World Cup, I won't be too fussed at the moment. I think they've got to be a little bit careful. They need to just be a little bit more clinical in the final third. But MSL Kadam, I think, is right. Belgium are playing in second gear a little bit. And they need to go up a few gears because this is the World Cup. And if they play like this against Brazil, they will get knocked out.
I think they've been good, mate. To be honest with you, I think they had that 20 minutes right, in the middle of the half time or whatever, when they were ramping it up and they had a decent bit of pressure and they had Japan pinned back in their box. So nothing to worry about, as you said, if you're rooting for Belgium. And I think they've been very comfortable. They've not had any clear-cut chances, but they've been that chance, that final ball before the big chance, if that makes sense. That they've put a lot of pressure on Japan. So yeah, as I said, nothing to worry about if you're rooting for Belgium.
Where was that comment? It's gone. I don't know.
Everyone says, "Oh, hi, Mark."
I don't know who it was there, and I don't know whether they've retracted it themselves. But somebody did say, Devil's Ace has just said the tree to get the winner. But somebody did say Belgium should go a bit long ball and get Fellaini on. You know what? Football's about what you're up against, isn't it? And I actually think Fellaini in a game like this, if he's part of your squad, use him. I think he'd be useful. Play him, maybe not straight away, but the last 20 minutes, if you're struggling to break Japan down, get him in and cause a few problems because they won't like it.
Yeah, you got Lukaku's not small at all, is he? So, he's still an aerial threat. But as you say, last 20, 15, bring him on, whack a few balls into the box and see how it goes.
Yeah, definitely. We're 24 hours away from England. We'll be at half time this time tomorrow. How are we all feeling about that? I mean, a lot of people will be saying, "I'm hoping England to go out because I can't stand them." But the English will be like, "Yeah, I'm getting a bit nervous about it. I'm going to hopefully sleep well tonight, get out in the morning, and then obviously I'll be doing Switzerland, Sweden with Xander. I think Xander's going to do the visual on that. I'll just do the audio. And hopefully, it's a difficult one, Sweden, Switzerland. I mean, in a World Cup watch-along, it's not. It's great, looking forward to it. But as an England fan, presumptuous definitely, it's sort of like, I want them to win in case we win, but I don't think you can actually say that because we've got to win. We've got to win ourselves, and whoever wins out of Sweden and Switzerland is academic until we've beaten Colombia. But it's interesting. It is interesting, and I certainly think that Sweden or Switzerland will give England and Colombia a better game than people think they will. But in context of England-Belgium, really looking forward to it, and I just hope they can do the business because I mean, that's a good point. I've seen people mentioning as well, Xander, this Belgium-England in that third game rested everybody. Do you think that has affected Belgium today? The continuity, the momentum when you change a whole team?
Well, it will naturally, obviously, affect you. But I don't think Belgium have been bad. Yes, it's still 0-0, but they've had most of the ball. They've had, a fair few chances. They've looked good, and I don't think they've been poor. But of course, it will affect you, and it will take some momentum out from you. But like I said, I don't think they've been poor. I think there's nothing to worry about for Belgium.
I did actually hear a very good explanation about that, and somebody said all this momentum thing's a load of nonsense, because if you're playing a Premier League game on a Saturday and then you've got a Carabao Cup game on the Wednesday and then another league game on a Saturday, you don't play the same team in 3 games. You'll play your reserves in the Carabao Cup game, and nobody says, oh, they've lost momentum now for the Premier League game the following day. So I sort of see that. But then again, I think the World Cup's a bit of a bubble, isn't it? And you're away together, and there's, I don't know. It's
and you never played together. So, like, if you let's say Manchester United, right, that team's going to know each other inside out because you play X amount of games, and then you've got a midweek game, but you're back again on the weekend. Whereas this team, you want to get that team clicking as much as possible because they don't play together as much.
Yeah,
but I know what you mean though.
I also think that Belgium haven't played that bad. I think that, again, maybe in the final third a little bit, but. They ain't been too bad. They haven't been too bad at all. And I think Japan probably getting a little less credit than they deserve. They're a decent team. I don't think they're a decent team in the final third, but they are a decent team. I'd be absolutely stunned if Belgium don't get through. I mean, I did fancy Lukaku to get a couple of goals in this game, but it just shows you that we haven't really seen. I'm trying to think of the amount of games we've seen people absolutely get smashed. And to be fair, Belgium, England, Panama, Tunisia, they're pretty much... I can't think of any other games where people have been beat 3 or 4-0. I mean, I know Russia did it, didn't they, in a couple of games as well. But
Uruguay beat Russia 3-0.
Yeah, so we haven't seen a lot of that anyway, so maybe that would be a little bit presumptuous.
Yeah, no, I don't... Well, like you say, Belgium beat, was it Tunisia... X amount of goals, 6-5 or whatever, 5-2 or something. But I don't see them getting 3 or 4 today. I think 2-0. We never gave our predictions, Mark, did we?
Maybe we didn't actually. I pretty much remember mine was 2-1.
I think 2-0. I think 2-0 Belgium. I think their defence is way too good to concede against this Japanese team. So 2-0 is my prediction.
I know we got a lot of 4-0s. But I did say they were probably a little bit presumptuous, to be honest.
I just when have we seen that this World Cup, as you say? I tweeted you something as well. Wait, that way. Just something to cheer you up when you're in a bad mood.
Oh, your World Cup goal?
No. That's on DMs. I just tweeted you something on the actual. Just if you're ever feeling down, just to cheer you up a little bit.
What, DMs or what?
No, just general Twitter, mate. Look in your mentions.
Oh, mate, have you seen? People don't ever tweet me with a mention because I'll never read it. Like my notifications without showing off are. Have you realised? If you imagine how many people want to call me a nonce or something, you'll realise how many notifications I've got. So I don't read my notifications because I've got so many of them. But
it's just Neymar rolling around on the floor, mate. It's just I thought you might enjoy that.
No, I'll search it out.
It's not big.
Archie says that James Rodriguez is fit to play against England. Yeah, I'd read that yesterday, so I'd always been working towards that. Gungshi says that Japan have been concentrating so hard on defending that once they get a counter-attack going, they only have 1 or 2 players up there. Good point. Croatia beat Argentina 3-0. Yep, Shake, that was right. We've not had many over 4s, have we? I think.
Have we had any? Oh no, we had 5-1. Was it first game? Russia, 5 something.
England and Panama.
Yeah, and Belgium as well. But other than that, we have not had many at all. Fable says De Bruyne should play in Mertens' position and Yuri play midfield.
But Mertens has got the pace, hasn't he?
Yeah, I prefer De Bruyne more central, to be honest. I know I like to see him a little bit further forward than he is playing for Belgium, as you said. But I still prefer him central, and I like Mertens on the wing because he has got the pace. He can put a ball into the box, and so. But that's just down to opinion, isn't it?
Jared says that Neymar has officially become his least favourite player after today. But you know what, Jared? I tweeted that out, and after I'd finished the stream, I read some things about, like, I knew I'd get some hate, which I don't really care because I'm not going to lie about the fact that I don't like Neymar, and I tweeted out something about him being nothing too bad. I just said he's an embarrassment and a disgrace to football, and some of the replies I got from Neymar fans was hilarious. I think the best one was, "Shut up, you nonce."
So stupid, isn't it?
Shut up, you nonce. It was something along the lines of, "Don't you realise he's just had ankle surgery?" And I thought, I'm not going to bother replying because of the name abuse, but I felt like replying if he'd been normal and said, "Don't you know it's because of his ankle surgery?" I said, "Oh, what? Has he literally just come off the operating table? Because his ankle's just been touched and he's rolled around like it's been sawn off." But it's amazing. This is what everyone was on about with Neymar, though, isn't it? There are people out there who absolutely love him. So you'll find a reason, even though he's a bad role model, you'll find a reason to stick up for him.
Well, Twitter's it's an awful place. It's good for football, as you say, but it's an awful place, isn't it? Obviously, mate, I've had my fair share, but nothing. What some people say about you, it's fucking awful, isn't it?
I think the only sad thing is you can't really get into a debate with people because...
No, because they'll just call you a nonce, and just that's the extent of their argument, isn't it? It's just like, what are you on about?
My opinion on Mertens is I do like him. I do like his pace. He's a good player.
And he scored a cracking goal, didn't he? Was that against Panama? On the volley.
I couldn't believe his transfer clause was the highest in history, says Manchester United. Based on the general message of Bayern Munich new manager, I would say, in my opinion, James is not leaving, says Aginti Sheena. No, but he won't come to Manchester United anyway. I've always liked James Rodriguez, but he won't be coming. What England players would be thinking today about tomorrow match? Excited or thinking about penalties, says Canal. And Mexican should get YC, surely, says Lamia Sayed. What for? Didn't do anything. Japan versus Belgium head-to-head. Japan 2 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss. Japan might win it. Interesting from Joy Deep, liking the stats there. Fred's not getting any game time for Brazil, and if Brazil go all the way, he'll miss the US tour. That's from Zed Jamie, who's a United fan. Yeah, I've got to be honest and say, as a United fan, if it's Belgium-Brazil, I want Belgium to win because although Lukaku would obviously probably not go on the US tour, he's still a really important player for United who would just come fit straight back in, whereas a new signing, Fred, needs to be integrated. And
also, you're doing the world of good, wouldn't it, confidence-wise, coming into next season. Yes, he won't have had a massive holiday, but he'll be firing on all cylinders, so it's only going to be good for his confidence. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Reza Khan, why aren't we linked with Dres Martins? I don't know, mate.
I think Mourinho, yeah, he could actually play on the right, couldn't he? Yeah.
There was a release clause that was always mentioned in relation to him, but I don't know whether that's expired now. I know he used to have a release clause of about 24 million, but I think it may have expired by now.
Why don't United spend some money on Ivan Rakitic? He would be a good buy. It would be a good buy. What do you reckon of that, mate? I think he'd be good.
Rakitic, I think, isn't he 30 though?
Yeah, but Mourinho likes the OAPs.
Andy Ramos says get Mr. Miyagi in the Japan dressing room to get them fired up. He'd be a ghost if he was. Rest in peace, Mr. Miyagi. Look, Karate for Kids, one of my favourite films, and if you like Karate Kid, you've got to watch Cobra Kai, which is on YouTube. It's brilliant. Fellaini should come on, says Salesh. Harry Kane to miss the game tomorrow after Phil James missed time to tackle in training, says Matt Campbell. Yeah. Don't start. It wouldn't surprise me, but don't start.
It's funny because it's so true. That's why it's funny.
Joy Deep says that Honda and Okazaki should come on. Yeah, they've got decent players on the bench.
Yeah.
Again, I think Japan are like many teams in this tournament that, like a bit like Croatia, a bit like oh god, they're just showing the Neymar thing again.
Yeah, he's a twat.
He should have got a yellow card.
I think Fabian Delph's gone home for his baby. Isn't that true? Not that it matters really, but I think he's gone home because his wife's giving birth.
De Gea failed at the world stage to CFC. Yeah, okay. I wish I'd never read that comment because it means nothing. Colombia will beat England on penalties. I can't even. You've made 2 comments today that I can't even credit you with because your username is just impossible to do. It's just letters.
Go on.
It can't be done. It's like DDJHK J. You know, you just can't do it. I won't read another comment until he changes it. Witzel is the guy Mourinho should be getting, says Google. United fans will throw so much expectations on Fred, he could crumble like Mkhitaryan, says Retro City. Japan are the Sevilla of the World Cup, a low-profile technical team, says Aginti. Betty Kane's squad gets split in their ear because he split. Archie, okay. Should Jose sign Lozano of Mexico, says Callum? Well, he won't, Callum. He categorically won't. Whether he should or he shouldn't, he won't.
To be fair, he wasn't that good today, was he?
No. Edinburgh gin is what I'm drinking at the moment because it's elderflower. It's elderflower. That's funny. It's elderflower flavour. It's elderflower. Oh, fancy that, eh? Belgium playing and having elderflower. Edinburgh gin. So yeah.
Remember, if you don't want to go, you don't want to give someone a nush in the box because you'll give away a penalty. So
yeah, I think a couple more of those, and I would be calling it elderflower gin. But anyway, we're coming out for the second half. I don't want, again, as Andrew, I don't want this going to extra time. If I'm totally honest with you, we had the penalties yesterday. I'll tell you what though. If we're having another penalty shootout in this last 16, I'll take it tonight because I do not want it tomorrow. That is going to stress me out if that happens.
Well, I think it's just because yesterday, the actual games, the 120 minutes was just stinkers. Like if this really ramps up and it was just amazing for this next half and then the half an hour of extra time, we'd be like, okay, we can take that, although we won't necessarily like it. But Spain, Russia, and Denmark, Croatia were just stinker games, weren't they? So
yeah.
But yeah.
This could go to penalties, though. This could,
Yeah, it could. Well, I don't think so, man. Obviously anything can happen, but I just think Belgium are going to come out and score a few goals because I just see it happening. I just see them breaking them down eventually.
Joy Deep says, "What I like about Japan is they don't park the bus." Yeah, I like that as well. They don't park the bus. They have their way of playing, and they do move the ball around really, really well. And throughout this World Cup build-up and all the previews and everything like that, it's a bit ignorant of everybody really because nobody actually mentioned Belgium at all, did they? And Japan, and they have been good. The way they move the ball around, they're technically well organised.
Yeah. Sally's having a drink, I think. She says cheers.
Are we having problems with the stream because we've lost so many viewers in the last few minutes? It's gone down to like 500. So if anybody's
usually bad.
You are?
Half times you usually drop a few, but
no, but it picked up. It went up to about 700, and then in the last couple of minutes, it's just gone down by 200, which, when the game's kicked off, is a little bit weird. So, is it lagging for anybody? Let us know.
You look all right, mate. Looks okay.
That's all right. I think everyone's saying it's okay.
But well, what do you reckon then? I mean, you said it could go to penalties. What are you thinking? How you've seen the first half of football? Based on that, what's your prediction for this upcoming half?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking to the live comments.
Well, I mean, as well.
I think Belgium will surely create a chance at some point, and then the game will open up a bit, and we might have a 2 or 3-0. But oh no, we might have a Japan goal here. Why didn't you hit that? Oh, he has 1-0 Japan. Absolutely brilliant finish.
Get in!
He took that so well.
Mate,
so well. He's played
game
in,
on.
and the way to the pass is absolutely perfect for Haragashi, and he sort of stutters a little bit, and you think, oh, it's gone, the moment's gone, and he just smashes it into the bottom corner. Absolutely brilliant the way he takes it.
Brilliant goal, yeah. Fantastic. I mean, we've got a game on now. Belgium are going to have to go forward, aren't they, and really go for it. I mean, you see how much it means to the Japanese players and the Japanese people. So, look,
Tonga makes a bit of a mistake, to be honest.
I think Courtois should have done better.
I think what it is because he doesn't hit it first time, the little stutter really does sort of make Courtois have to sort of adjust his feet a little bit. But that finish is perfect. He catches it absolutely perfectly.
Why? Look, listen, mate. What did I say to you? Right? Yannick Carrasco, he gets forward. I mean, he doesn't like his defensive duties. Where was that attack down? The right wing. Well, obviously, Yannick Carrasco's side. They got exposed. Were left with three at the back. Both the fullbacks went up, and they got exposed. That's their weakness, I'm telling you.
Well, that has put the cat amongst the proverbial pigeons because... Kittens. Here we go. Could be 1-1. Hazard post. Oh, God.
What a game.
Cuts it back to the edge of the box. Hazard hits it against the post. This game is now going 100 miles an hour. Fair play to everyone who thought it was worth watching because it's looking good now.
It is indeed.
Will Japan just sit now?
I just never like it when teams go one up and try and sit back, especially when you're Japan, because inviting pressure, with the amount of quality that Belgium have got, they're just going to break you down.
I think it was mentioned at half time. I think Fellaini would be an option in this game if they do sit back.
Yeah, that's true, because then there's no space in behind, so maybe a Lukaku wouldn't work, but stick Fellaini on, or Dries Mertens wouldn't work. Stick Fellaini on, put balls into the box, see what happens.
Wow, Japan dictating the play at the moment.
Yeah, well, it's good. I'm excited. Now this has really left us with a good half, isn't it? Because Belgium have got to do something. Fellaini the saviour. I know Jose Mourinho will be sitting at home, wherever he is, just rubbing his hands at the thought, getting the lotion out.
Yeah, it's all part of his plan.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently I've got to sing "You'll Never Walk Alone" on a United Stand show if Japan win the World Cup.
Which, yeah, I mean, they've still got to pass France and Brazil, mate. Yeah. But I think
never going to happen.
I think it should be. Imagine though. Can you imagine that? That would be. Oh, mate, I just don't even want to think about that.
That'd be the end of United Stand anyway. So
I think it would be, wouldn't it? I think it would be.
Right, I'm just going to disappear. I'm not going to disappear audio, but I'm just going to disappear visually for a moment because I've got to get one of my lights on. It's hitting that time of night.
Marcus says, "Get Marouane on now." I mean,
I do agree with that actually.
I don't think so. I disagree. I think get Marouane on 15 minutes time. If you're still down 1-0, you can't go. They've got a game plan, right? And for me, if you go 1-0 down, you've got to stick to that game plan till about 65, 70 minutes in. If it's still not working, then you bring on your plan B. But to go, to uproot your plan A and just go to plan B straight away, 50 minutes in, 5 minutes into the second half, doesn't make much sense.
Yeah, Adam, we've had a goal. I think a lot of people have suddenly turned this game on now, thinking, what?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Which, to be fair, I think we all thought that, didn't we? Oh my God, it's 2-0.
No!
Bloody hell.
You Mark. Get learning the lyrics, mate.
This ain't good for Belgium. Obviously, it's not.
Marouane Fellaini. What a goal that was, though, mate.
What a hit.
Bloody hell. What a hit. What a hit, son. He absolutely struck that well, didn't he? I think you got to criticise someone there. I mean, it was a good hit, but for Courtois to be beaten from that far out doesn't make sense, really.
He's a long way out, When he hits this, it's not far from where Di Maria hits his. No, he shouldn't be beat from there.
No, that's what I'm saying.
He doesn't catch a deflection. The trouble is, again, He's full. He's full. It's the pace and the pace. It's a bit like Di Maria is. It's the pace.
Yeah, and he caught it so well, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's at full stretch, but unbelievable.
Yeah, Courtois shouldn't be beaten there. He did hit it well though, didn't he? If you look at it, look at the replay. It doesn't spin, does it? Which you know, if it doesn't spin, you catch it well.
I'm in shock here. I think everyone's in shock. Belgium. I tell you what, Brazil will be rubbing their hands together. Oh, well, having said that though, why should they?
Well, I mean, the best team goes through. It's not a that's, you get what you deserve. Right, I'm going to leave you for a second, pal. I'll be back in a couple of seconds.
2-0 Japan. My life. This World Cup, eh? A great manager once said, "Football bloody hell." Well, if I was Japan now is the time to sit back and. You can't begrudge them parking the bus now. There's still 35 minutes left, but stunning. Absolutely stunning stuff. Anyway, how did Belgium come back from that?
Well, I said it was game on at 1-0. Now it's really game on, isn't it? I mean, no one would have thought this. And as you said, you're not doing a lot of bets for the World Cup for this exact reason.
Better get started learning. You'll never walk alone at this rate.
Yeah, that's what I said. When they scored, I said, get learning the lyrics, pal.
Well, the thing is, Japan are in here again. Japan are the team on the attack. They're not parking the bus. They're going for more.
And those
They're
goals
just not
weren't
changing
lucky,
the way they play.
Those goals weren't lucky. They were well worked goals, and they deserve fully those goals. It wasn't like they went forward, got a set piece, and nicked one off Fellaini's arse or something. Own goal. Fellaini to save them. He does get important goals, regardless of what you say about it. He does.
I think they need to do that. I would bring Fellaini on.
I'd give it another 10 minutes.
Thing is, I did always say that Martinez is a crap manager.
Think about it though, Mark. You're saying get Fellaini on, but if this was United, right, and it was 55 minutes into the game and you were 2-0 down, you would be saying, no, let's not get away from our plan A, let's continue what we're doing, or something like that,
Akil's right. The midfield of Belgium's just getting overrun.
Well, yeah, you can make a change there. I'd get Dembele on.
Yeah, get Dembele on.
That's why I think that's a smarter move. Yeah, that's what I'd do. Get Witsel off.
Carrasco.
Mate, I'm telling you, look at that first. Was it the first goal, the second goal? Carrasco, he's a weakness, and they're both their fullbacks because they just get right forward and they leave the back three exposed. That's something you got to hope England aren't going to do in that system that they play. They need to be aware. But what a game!
Bad Brab says bye Belgium, bye. I think a lot of this comes down to Martinez. I said this before the World Cup. I think Deschamps isn't that good, and I don't think Martinez is good. But they've got great squads. But I don't understand why he doesn't play Dembele. I don't.
Yeah, I'm with you, mate.
I think De Bruyne works in the midfield too. To me, it looks like it's a bit like England's problem. When we had Gerrard and Lampard, where you've got these great players and you're scared to drop one of them, even though it probably doesn't fit in your system. And De Bruyne is a centre midfielder. He's not a centre midfielder. De Bruyne needs to be in the Mertens or the Hazard position. And if you don't want to play him in that position, you put him on the bench, don't you? And you put Dembele and Witsel as your midfield too. Or Nengolan.
This is what I'd take Mertens off, put Dembele on for Mertens, play 5-3-2, so play Hazard and Lukaku up front, play De Bruyne just in behind them, so he's high up the field, and then play Witsel and is it Dembele as a midfield too, if that makes sense.
De Bruyne is invisible, says Pawan. He's just not. He's no good in this system, De Bruyne. He's basically playing quite a defensive midfield role with Witsel, very deep, and that's not the best of De Bruyne. You know, De Bruyne plays well for Man City with Fernandinho behind him, doesn't he? And 3 centre backs. This isn't a good system for him.
Brad B says Mark would do a better job with this Belgian team.
I would.
I think a lot.
We all would.
Yeah. Football, bloody hell, yeah. That's what you said the other night, wasn't
it? Japan looked more likely to get a third than Belgium to get one.
Yes. Well, for people that aren't watching it, we're about 60 minutes in, and Japan are dominating play. You know, you'd think Belgium at this point, Japan would sit back, Belgium would dominate play, really have wave after wave after attack. But no, like you say, Mark, Japan look like they're going to get a third more than Belgium are going to get one back.
I tell you what, the concerning thing is, though, I can see Brazil or France winning this World Cup at the moment.
Yes, yeah, I see what you mean.
It's sort of starting to break away, isn't it? The consistent teams, although we think they're not that, they are beatable. Who's going to beat them? Who's going to beat Brazil? And who's going to beat France?
Well, you see it in the Euros final. France are beatable. You know, Portugal beat them, and as we said, Portugal aren't a great team. So, you know, whether it be Croatia or even England, you know, they are beatable, and Brazil as well. Brazil are beatable.
Yeah, Phil Mitchell's right anyway, because when I was doing my World Cup challenges on FIFA, I only won the World Cup with one team, and I tried it about 8 times, and that was with Belgium.
So what does that insinuate?
Martinez is rubbish. He's got. If I can win the World Cup with Belgium on FIFA, then that shows you something, that Belgium have got a very good team, because I ain't even that good at it.
We've got a good amount of you watching, lads, so get involved, get subscribing. We're live with every single World Cup game. We're doing a watch-along for every single World Cup game, so get involved. We will be live tomorrow with Switzerland, Sweden, and, of course, England, Colombia. So do join us for that. But get involved, get in the comments. It's a great community we're building up here. A lot of opinions starting to get involved. So, yeah, I'm loving this World Cup, and I hope you guys are too.
Be funny if France make the final though, because they made the final of the Euros, didn't they? Like you say. Justice O says the fact that De Bruyne is invisible does that show how good Pep is as a tactician? As much as I hate him, can't deny his tactical brilliance as a coach. I think it's more about the freedom. I mean, De Bruyne can't wander. It's a bit like, you know what this is like, and I've spoke about this on the United Stand for those who've watched it. It's a bit like when Manchester United signed Alexis Sanchez and Pogba went rubbish because Sanchez was tucking in to the areas that Pogba wants to go into. And this is the problem. This is Martinez's fault. It's not Pep's brilliance. We don't need to talk about Pep. Pep just gets the best out of De Bruyne. Martinez is stifling De Bruyne because what he's doing is he's got Mertens and Hazard in the space that De Bruyne wants to go into. And De Bruyne is having to then, a bit like Pogba at United, he's just stuck in this midfield area. And De Bruyne, as we know, De Bruyne is not one of the best players in the Premier League because of his tackling ability or his ability to, run a game from midfield. He's one of the best midfielders in the Premier League because he gets forward and he scores goals.
And he assists very, very well.
But he doesn't do it. He's totally misused in this Belgium side.
So, it's a bit like France in the Euros with Pogba, how they played him in a midfield.
Lukaku! Oh, no. What a chance. Good cross in from Meunier. Front post, Lukaku. He's got to score that. It's not an easy header, but he's got to score it.
Watching it back now.
It was a good chance, Will Graham. I agree. He's got to score that. He could have had 2 today.
That should be back of the net. That should be. It's unmarked, isn't it? It's a free header.
And that's something I remember somebody saying this at the last World Cup. Belgium won't win the World Cup. They're bottlers. Mentally, they're not capable of doing it. And
I think
it's
France
interesting. If they come through this now, It'll be massively character building. Fellaini's coming on.
Is he?
Yeah.
Marouane Fellaini.
Well, you know what? If you want Belgium to win and you're a Manchester United fan, you may as well want Fellaini to do the job, because it's not like he is a Manchester United player now. He has signed the contract, so there's nothing bad that can come out of him actually doing well in this game.
I don't care. I would rather Japan go through, to be honest. I am bitter because I've tweeted about it. People saying he's one of our own. He's not one of our own. He's gone prostituting himself around Europe for the last month, where he's not been on holiday. He's been asking everyone and their nan for a contract. They just won't have him because he's asking for ridiculous wages. So yes, I am bitter and I don't want him at the club. But that's just my opinion. You're entitled to yours. Bryn says Fellaini. I've never seen that before. To be fair, as we've spoken about in the past, Japan aren't the physically most... they don't have a lot of physical presence. So Fellaini should, theoretically, cause a serious problem.
He is a good option. They've got to get up the pitch to use him, but Japan nearly making it 3. Courtois with his foot drops, edge of the box, and it goes wide for Japan. Not a great chance, but half a chance. You know what? Japan... I wanted Belgium to win this game. Mertens is off and Fellaini is on.
I think that's so stupid.
And somebody else has come on as well. I'm trying to see who it is. Carrasco, you'll be happy about that, Xander. He's off.
Yeah, it's the right decision, mate.
Chadley's on.
Well, they'll go to a back 4 then now.
See, I think Chadley's left-footed. Don't know why they don't bloody play him anyway.
Are they going to go? Is he going to stick him at left wing back, or are they going to go to a back 4?
I think they'll probably change the formation a little bit here, but I mean, to be honest, whatever happens in this game, as we stand with 25 minutes to go, it's shocking from Martinez that he's got to change his whole system to try and stay in this World Cup.
Mate, it's just, it's shocking. I mean, you got 25 minutes left, you're 2-0 down to Japan. And maybe England fans, if they win tomorrow, will be happy they didn't get Japan, because turns out Japan aren't that bad.
Yeah, this could have been England. Yeah. They would have been playing Brazil, though.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Panic starting to build. This is the thing. I mean, I do think this is the right time to start implementing your plan B. But you do see the panic starting to set in, not only from the players themselves, but clearly from the manager that's shown in his substitutions. So.
Well, at this point, I don't know what everyone in the live comments thinks, but at this point, as much as I wanted Belgium to win because I thought they had a good chance of knocking Brazil out, based on this, they wouldn't have had much chance of knocking Brazil out. And based on this, Japan totally and utterly deserve to win this game. Unless Belgium, I don't want Belgium to fluke their way back into this game. They either play their way back in, or they can go out for me, because there's no doubt that Japan, well and truly, deserve to win this game.
Yeah, as I said, mate, it's not like it was an own goal. Like, it's not like the Russia goal against Spain, where it was a penalty and it was VAR and they sort of just got a little bit lucky. They've deserved. They've actually been, I think, the better side. They've had a lot of the ball. They've created chances. They've been clinical. So as you say, they 100% deserve to go through. As of yet, 66 minutes in.
Remember, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Bottom right hand corner, get involved. We're doing every World Cup game as a watch along, and I tell you what, every game that you think's going to go a certain way tends not to happen. I think many of us were like, this is going to be a Belgium win. Maybe it won't be a thrashing, but it's going to be a Belgium win, and it hasn't.
I mean, you went 2-1 Belgium. I went 2-0 Belgium. I think everyone else. I don't think anyone would have gone with the Japanese win, but there you go. They are really coming forward, Japan. They're doing a lot better than Belgium are, and Belgium are the one that needs to get the goals.
Well, Belgium are struggling to get the ball from back to front because Japan, all game, have been pressing right up on the Belgium back line.
I feel bad for Lukaku, to be honest. Like, I just saw his face there.
Well, Harry Kane's probably he would have claimed the golden boot anyway. But the way things are going, he might win it legit. But look at Japan; they're right on the halfway line here. They're playing on their own halfway line. I've been really impressed with them. And if you like football and you're a bit of a purist about the way football should be played, everyone laments about about Manchester City and the way they play. But the way this Japan team's been set out, it is absolutely fantastic. They've done a fantastic job, and I don't want to say I hope they win it, because if Belgium get back in deservedly, they get back in deservedly. But
Belgium going
good tackle
home.
there, Lukaku.
Going home. They're going. Belgium are going home. Nah,
too early to be saying that.
I know, mate. To be fair, I don't have a horse in a race. So as you say, if Japan win, brilliant. If Belgium win, then we get a good game against Brazil. So I just like to see a good game of footy. Chance there for Lukaku as well. He should have scored today, at least one already. Lukaku, at least. He had that free header. Should have been a goal.
Remember, if you are new, subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and please do share the video. We're doing watch-alongs for every single game. I'm sure we're going to get some controversy in the last few minutes of this as well. Keeper does well, gets up. Belgium are just going to use their height now, aren't they? Yeah. And it's a goal! Vertonghen! Oh, I tell you what, we've got a game on there, but that's a lucky goal for Belgium, and that's probably what we didn't want to happen. But the keeper, who didn't seem to like catching, Vertonghen's got it. He's trying to head it back towards the goal from nowhere, really, and it's looped up and gone in, and it's a fortuitous goal for Belgium. But they only need one more now. You'd fancy them to get that.
Hell. Mate, that...
It's like the ball. It's the highest ball in the air, and Vertonghen just heads it back towards the goal, and the keeper's got himself in a stupid position. Really, it's so lucky. I mean, an inch away and that hits the bar. It's a lucky goal, but those are the rules. That is the goal.
Could we go to extra time, maybe?
Yeah, it could be another one. I fancy Belgium to score.
That's probably the fair result, to be honest with you, mate. Because I think on the face of things, well, Japan have probably been a bit better, but I think they've probably been quite equal today. It's such a lucky goal, isn't it?
It is really lucky. Ronaldo Iwano says that Awino says it's a lucky goal, which it is.
So I'm saying I jinxed it. I was just reading out a comment, but put it into song form. Someone said the Fellaini effect.
I think Belgium have just... this is something we've mentioned about Japan. I mean, you said it at half-time as well. It's their lack of height that's the problem. Yeah. And, Belgium would be foolish. It's not that it's not pretty, but they would be foolish not to just hit high balls.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, mate. I think that's... we've talked a lot about sort of adapting to your opposition, and, that is adapting to your opposition at its finest.
And the thing is about Belgium is that they have such an abundance of options within their team that they can do that. I mean, their 11 subs would be. I think if they went and started their own country, they'd probably get to the knockout stages.
I don't understand, because this team on paper would walk the Premier League. I think, if you look at it, it's unbelievable. But why it doesn't perform? Maybe it's probably Martinez then, isn't it?
Yeah, he's not getting the best out of his team at all.
But we've seen that a lot this tournament. Joachim Low, Hierro as well.
They're still attacking Japan though. We've got a corner here. And also, I think somebody said in the first half Japan will tire towards the end, but I think the Japan and the South Koreans, they're very, very, very fit.
I was thinking that though when you were talking about them pressing a lot. I thought if it goes to extra time, they're obviously going to have done a lot more running, so Belgium would be far more fit, and have far more energy.
Yeah, good running here by Chadley. They've got a break on here. They should score. Hazard. Oh no, he's held it up a little bit. De Bruyne. This will be a goal. Oh, good block. They're chucking everything at it. That'll be a corner.
You can't say they haven't tried, Japan. They've tried their absolute hardest. And
Still 20 minutes.
It's a long time left, isn't it? You know, in the context of the game, maybe not, but 20 minutes is a long time to get one goal. With the quality that Belgium have got, they should be able to do it. Well, and then, then it's extra time, isn't it? Unless they get another one. I don't want to see extra time, though.
Don't know what the ref's doing here. He's doing a bit of a... Oh no. Here we go. Corner. Hazard. Cleared. Witsel. De Bruyne. Hazard. They've got to get that ball onto the back post because you've got Fellaini, Lukaku there. Here we go. Fellaini! He's done it! It's 2-2! It works! It's effective, isn't it? You put the long ball in and it works.
I cannot be arsed. Mourinho is going to be at home with his bloody hand lotion, just having a good evening. And I can't... it works. It is an effective plan B, as you said, but it's just... I really dislike the guy, so...
2-2, Belgium back in it. I feel sorry for Japan, but they just cannot deal with...
He's a hate Miranda, Fellaini.
They can't deal with this sort of ball in the box. They just haven't got it. And... well, we've had a cracking game. I don't think anyone can deny that.
Get away from him, Lukaku. Don't touch him.
2-2. Belgium, 15 minutes to go. If I was Belgium, just keep doing the same thing. Keep doing the same thing. I mean, it
was a bloody good delivery.
It's very effective. The thing is, it's very effective. If you are against a team that's not particularly good in the air, and they've played you off the park, your plan A hasn't worked, and you go to this plan B, and it's been, the first goal was a bit lucky. The second goal was, you could see what was going to happen there. Hazard's got the room. They've got Lukaku and Fellaini queuing up. It's not necessarily over.
If it was anyone else, it'd be fine.
Oh, what a tackle. And
I think Belgium are going to win this now.
Well, Japan were going for one there.
Oh, I just don't like him.
Good block that was by Alderweireld. Sanders having a meltdown because it's Fellaini. As I said, in relation to Fellaini, I find it quite funny because him scoring doesn't really matter, does it? It's like he's already staying at United, so it's not like he's going to earn a new contract. He's already got it. That's what it is. He'll be doing that for United next season. I never wanted Fellaini, but he's a red. Shh, Sander, says Jared.
I felt a little bit sick when you said that he was going to be doing that for United next season. Not going to lie.
Look what our good new signing can do, says Richard Donald. And we won't hear the last of this now, says Carl Watkins. We can all hate Fellaini, but at the end of the day, he's still a United player, says Ryan. And Fellaini is defending and attacking, says that. Yeah, look, you know what? I don't really understand why Fellaini's coming into the argument in relation to a Manchester United player, because it's Belgium that we're watching. But, Fellaini will play a lot of games for Manchester United next season, and Manchester United won't win the league. I'm quite comfortable with that. That's what's going to happen. I said that on Friday, so I've moved on from it. It's done. In relation to this game, I think it was, Martinez's only hope in this game was to go a little bit route one, because his main plan was awful. It shouldn't be, but it was awful. So he's had to change it, and he's got the players to change it.
I actually feel a bit sick.
Japan on the across. Good touch. Kagawa. It's going end to end though. End to end at the moment. Fantastic game.
Yeah. Have you still got the wig?
No, I burnt it.
Sure about that? I've got
Phronesis. No one cares about yours anymore. So see you later. Bye bye.
Adios.
Adios. Oh, and he tried to comment again, but he can't because he's hidden. Oh,
Oh, poor
dear
lad.
me. Oh dear. Yeah, Ian Turlington, I'm with you. I hope there's a normal time winner because I don't want to be doing late United stand again. I want to do it at 9 o'clock.
Because you want to
But
go off and watch Ireland, that's what it is.
but Fellaini's just absolutely standing in the box here. Lukaku this time. I'd like to see Lukaku get the winner if it's going to be a winner for Belgium.
Then I would sort of feel okay. Like contribution.
I bet Jose bought more lotion, says Bio20.
It wouldn't surprise me if Fellaini got the winner, by the way, lads. It really wouldn't surprise me. Because look, this is the thing, right? He's just hanging around the 6-yard box. He doesn't do that for United. That's what you got to put him.
No, that's true. I mean, yeah. I tell you
He's
what,
no good centre spot.
the World Cup flip-flops are going to be out in force, aren't they? Oh, I always wanted Fellaini. They'll be the same people who were calling him a knobhead on Friday, which I've never done that. I just said I don't like the player, but you know,
I did.
There's so many flip-flops about. They'll be like, oh yeah, he's a great signing now, but doing something in the World Cup doesn't matter. Stephen Willock says, bet Fellaini has a Balotelli, why always me top on. Maybe for the winner. I don't know who I want to win now. I wanted Belgium to win. Then I was like, Japan have been so good, they deserve to win. Now Belgium have changed it and adapted and shown some strength. I'm like, well, it just shows you, even at 2-0, Belgium have got some real character about them.
I
feel sorry for Japan, but it does show real character from Belgium, to be honest.
Well, you know, Japan, it deserves to be 2-2 because, you know, at the end of the day, they did crumble, didn't they? You know, they couldn't deal with what Belgium had to offer, and therefore it's 2-2. So I feel sorry for them, but it's the way it is, isn't it?
Cheap corner given away by Japan there.
I reckon Belgium
giving them away.
I think they're going to score, Belgium.
You silly. That's your last comment. Bye-bye.
Adios.
I just can't believe that people think you can come on and be abusive and we're just going to let you carry on commenting. Sad little people. Oh, and he tried to comment again as well, but it's hidden. See you later, mate. Belgium deserve it, says awesome guy. Mazbaz says, I am gobsmacked at Fellaini's impact. This player is a true monster. Mate, you need to get out. All he's done is get on the end of a cross. He's done nothing in this game except get on the end of the cross. He's very effective at that, but why are people suddenly falling into this? Fellaini's changed the game. Was it not Vertonghen who got 2-1? Was it not Hazard who put the cross in? He's done one thing in this game that he's been told to go and do, get on the end of a cross. Let's not rewrite history here. He's not the reason it's 2-2. Yeah. It's a collective team effort where they've changed the system, and Fellaini is an option in the box like Lukaku to get on the end of it. He scored a header. God, I despair at people and their flip-flop approach to football. Oh, Fellaini's the best ever now. He's suddenly not crap. He's brilliant. It's just ridiculous. The people just do not understand football, do they? And I get embarrassed as a Manchester United fan because I know every non-Manchester United fan is just laughing their head off, thinking, "Look at all these United fans now. They think he's going to be great for them." Anyway, we're not winning anything with him in the team next season. Maybe the Carabao Cup.
It's not like he's gone and beaten 5 players with fantastic bit of skill and chipped it over the keeper.
Oh look, he's just played a 5-yard pass here. Oh, he's amazing. He's got it again. He's controlled it. Oh, he's lost it. Oh no, you know.
But he's got long legs and a long body. That's why he scored. It wasn't a fantastic ever. He's just he's a tall person. Do you know what I mean? He's just stood in the box. You stick any tall person there, and they'll put that in the back of the net as well. So he's not a fantastic player.
I loved the invent of Fantasy Premier League because when you're doing all those points, you get people who make goals and get assists. They get the credit as much as the people who score goals because people get so blindsided by a goal scorer that they're like, oh yeah, they're amazing. They don't look at how that goal was created. They don't look at Hazard taking his time, waiting for everyone to get into position before he delivers an absolutely perfect cross that a player who is 6'4" should be able to get onto quite comfortably and nod home. Hazard's the genius with that goal.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's a fantastic cross. He's just
I
got
think
long
this
legs.
is going to be.
Isn't he?
I'm getting moody because I think this is going to be extra time again. It's so bloody hot as well. I just wanted a game to finish at 9 o'clock for once, so I can do the United stand, go and watch a bit of Netflix and relax. But no, we're going to get bloody extra time.
I'm laughing because I know what you mean, though.
I just don't want extra time. Please, somebody win it in normal time. But now they're all getting... The trouble is both teams are getting cagey and like, oh yeah, let's just play for extra time.
It's just because the computer gets so hot because the fan runs so fast. That's what mine does. And it gets so hot, I sweat. Yeah.
Oh,
Get the tree out.
Corner Japan.
Get the tree out. No, the tree doesn't. The tree only comes out in special situations. Oh God, I find everything funny.
Come on, someone win it. Please, somebody win it. I don't even care who at this stage. Belgium don't look like they want to, though.
It's just because you want to just get off, do the United stand and have a bit of Netflix. Like, because what you guys don't realise as well, Mark's sat in front of that thing now for a good 5-6 hours talking.
Yeah, my back's hurting.
It's true, isn't it?
You know what? Get it down the wing, get Fellaini in the box, nod it in. Everyone else can go and say he's the best player in the world, and I can do a United stand at 9 o'clock. Everyone's happy. I tell you what, though, in all seriousness, Xander picked up on this, and I'm sure a lot of people have picked up on this. Any United fan who's saying Fellaini the GOAT, watch where he is for Belgium. He stood right up the pitch with Lukaku. How often does he do that for United? Very rarely, because we play him as a midfielder. So, actually, he's always been a threat.
Yeah.
When he's in the opposition's penalty box, we just don't do it enough.
He was saying I'm high. I just find it pretty. I just like a laugh. I just find things funny.
Come on, Belgium. 5 minutes to go. Chadley. Oh, what a save by the keeper. Get up. Lukaku. Oh, he's done it again. The bloody keeper saved it twice. Just let it in. We don't want extra time. Oh, it's all right pulling worldies out now. You didn't do that with Vertonghen's goal, did you? You didn't do it with Fellaini's. Oh, 2-2. Oh, yeah, I'm going to pull out some worldies now. Just get this cross in. Fellaini head it in and we can all go home. Come on.
I've just seen the save.
Yeah, it's just like both of them would normally go in.
They're bloody world-class saves.
Go VAR, ref. Something happened. I don't even know what. VAR it.
I'm crying.
Keeper. Look at him. I just can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Sorry, guys. I know how annoying my laugh is. I just can't help it. I'm so sorry.
Anthony Muller says, "Somebody please clip this. Somebody please score." I'm gonna. You know what? I actually don't care who scores. I will celebrate it. Fellaini just smash it in from 40 yards. I will celebrate it. Just bloody somebody score.
Oh dear.
Here we go. This could be Hazard. Get on the back post, Fellaini. He'll do it again. No, why don't you cross it?
I need to keep my composure. I'm asking nothing football-wise.
Don't shoot Vertonghen. Oh, he's done it. That bloody hell. It's given offside. Bloody Fellaini offside. Doesn't matter anyway.
He's doing it deliberately to piss you off.
87 minutes.
Oh dear. They are defending for their lives. They're defending very well now, Japan, aren't they? The keeper's pulling off worldies. Oh. Mark, I think we're going to go into extra time, mate.
Yeah. I think we are. I think we're doing extra time, everyone.
Go on to the United stand, put that back a little bit. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. I just, I just got into a laughing fit, and I just can't. You know when you get like that. Oh, I need a piss in a minute.
Somebody said this channel needs 1,000 more subs for the last 5 minutes. Well, share it, subscribe,
Yeah.
give us some positivity because extra time. Go on, De Bruyne. Go on, put it wide, put it wide. Lukaku's there. Oh, that's the worst cross in the world. Can't we get a VAR here or something?
Oh. Yeah, as Tim Clark says, we'll get sudden death on penalties.
We need a 91st minute goal, Ahmed. We do.
Oh, that was an awful cross, wasn't it?
There should be some sort of World Cup contribution system, a bit like YouTube contributions, where I can just contribute £1,000 and we get a goal. Oh God, Fellaini, why are you passing backwards? You've got miles in front of you. Go on, Chadley. Go on, Chadley. Oh, throwing. Come on, 88 minutes. I tell you what, you haven't seen nothing yet. If for Colombia, England tomorrow, if you think this is what's happened with Mark, he's suddenly getting stressed. You wait till tomorrow night when it matters.
Oh, lads, I'm sorry. I'm sure a lot of you are laughing at home as well. It's just I'm trying to do a live stream, but I've not even been watching the game. I've just been looking at the comments.
Oh, free kick. This is it.
Oh.
Add 10 minutes on. 89-30. Well, there's no point Japan. Go for it. Go on. I'm a flip flop fan myself now. Whoever's on the attack, I just want them to score. Kagame. Switch it. Don't put the cross in. Oh, corner, Japan.
All we need now is Fellaini to get an open goal and sky it.
That would be horrible for all the Fellaini lovers if that happened, and I would not want that to happen. An own goal off Fellaini's head would be horribly bad. So we don't want that to happen.
Oh. I doubt they'll score from corners though, Japan. They're not very fit.
No. 4 minutes.
Oh.
You sound like you're watching porn, Xander.
I'm just malfunctioning.
Take a deep breath.
I'm malfunctioning here, pal. Oh.
Corner's been cleared, so 3 minutes normal time left.
It's going to be extra time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll win it in extra time, though. Oh.
De Bruyne. Lukaku's not going to get that. It is quite end-to-end, though. I tell you what, it's been a good game. I think a lot of people thought at half-time it wasn't going to be a good game, and it has been a good game. Yeah.
It has been. It's not been cagey at all. They've both had chances. We've had 4 goals. It's been an even game as well. It's been exciting. So,
remember, subscribe if you're new. Bottom right-hand corner. I've calmed down a bit now. I've accepted it. I've accepted that this is going to extra time. I didn't want it to, but.
Do you ever get like that though, where you just start laughing, you just can't stop? Like, I don't know what happened to me. I find things funny anyway, but when I got like that, oh Jesus!
Late free kick here. Oh, you know what this is like? This happened before in Italia 90. I'm summoning the gods of the past. Stoppage time, knockout, last 16. Against Belgium, England, around this position, had a free kick. Little chip, David Platt. It's happening again. Madaga says, Mark, on a serious note, after watching Fellaini's performance for Belgium, is a part of a happy that he's staying even if it's just as a squad member? No, not even a tiny little bit. No, I wanted him gone. I don't like this style of football. I'm a purist, and I don't even like it as a plan B. But I'm happy for everybody who is happy, because I'm happy if you're happy. I'm happy for you if you're happy. But for me, no. This, what's he gonna do? This could be a David Platt moment again. Please. It won't be. Lightning never strikes twice.
Oh.
He's not going to shoot from this distance. It's way too far out. He did. And Courtois had to make a save. Went for a corner. He got a good hit on that, to be fair. God, you'd be embarrassed if you were a keeper being there from there, though.
He's already been beaten by a little way out, Courtois, today. So
that's about 40 yards.
Well,
it was some free kick, Grant, you're right.
Ronaldo did that against Portsmouth, didn't he? You remember that?
Well, this is going to be the last play of the game before we go to extra time.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It's been a good game, mate. I've enjoyed it. I've loved it with all you guys in the comments. And, we still got another half an hour to go, but it's definitely been enjoyable.
Well, we might not. De Bruyne, good ball. Yes! Belgium have won it! Chadley, right at the end. I feel so sorry for Japan. I really do. But I wanted a winner in normal time, and they hit them on the break. Japan, they shouldn't have put the cross in the box for the corner. Courtois catches it, rolls it. De Bruyne pumps forward now with the freedom, puts it out wide. Cross comes in, Lukaku dummies, and Chadley just passes it into the goal. Unbelievable, Jeff. It is 3-2 to Japan. You've got to feel sorry for Japan. You have to feel sorry for Japan. But that wasn't down to Fellaini. He was still in his own half. He can't run that quick. This was pure and utter pace counter-attack. And this is where Martinez has been going wrong. Get De Bruyne in them positions. Feeds the play. Lukaku dummies. Chadley puts it into the empty net. Fellaini actually is still in the penalty box at the other end, by the way. And we've got a winner. And we've got Belgium-Brazil. But this is the World Cup that just keeps on giving, Xander, because we thought Belgium would win tonight. Japan deserve a hell of a lot of credit. But that is possibly now the half of the World Cup. 0-0 at half-time. 5 goals. A last-minute winner. Stoppage time winner. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
Absolute quality, mate. I mean, that goal was fantastic. Lukaku there to step over it and know that Chadley's in behind him is fantastic. Unbelievable goal. And it is the World Cup that keeps on giving. And something I need to say as well, we've given Martinez a lot of criticism, but at the end of the day, 2 super subs. Brought on Chadley, brought on Fellaini, both scored. So he's got to be doing something right. So, fantastic. Belgium. I feel bad for the Japanese because that would probably be the last play. It is the last play. It is full time. It is 3-2.
They are absolutely crying on the pitch. And you know what? That is the other side of football. You win a game of football like that and you're going to absolutely love it. But if you lose a game of football like that, it must be sickening. Absolutely sickening. They made a mistake. It was with 4 minutes of stoppage time. They're 3.5 minutes in. They're on the attack with the corner and think we can only win this game or it's extra time. And for some reason, I mean, there's Fellaini on the pitch, there's company on the pitch. They decide to put a cross in. They should never be putting a cross in anyway. They were doing short corners. I think they just thought, oh, it's the last kick of the game. Let's play it in. Courtois catches it, and they're on the break. And then within seconds, you've lost it. So that is football in a minute. Absolutely brilliant. And a lot of people will say, Fellaini changed the game because he got on the end of the second goal. But actually, I think Chadley probably was more important because that was all about pace on the break. That's what won in the game. The long hoof ball got them back in it, but the pace won it. So what a game. But Belgium are going to have to improve massively to beat Brazil. But as we were saying, Xander, they will take a lot of. They'll take a lot of. Belgium have had it levelled at them in the past that they're not winners. They're a bit of a bottler team. But to come back from 2-0 down in a second half game it shows a lot of credit to them.
Yeah, and like you say, not only will they take a lot of confidence, but it shows that they have got a bit of bottle about them. Well, they have got something about them. Do you know what I mean? And we've criticised them for potentially being bottlers and this and that, but They have got something about them, and they clearly are. They have that winning streak in them. But, I'm just looking at the Japanese players, and it is absolute heartbreak for them. 2-0 up, you think, okay, at 2-2, right, it's the last minute, we're going to extra time, and for that to happen it's great for football, and it's great for Belgium, but heartbreak for Japan. It's sad for them. But fair play to Belgium. I think, in the lot, they deserve what you deserve. What you get what you deserve, right? And they've been probably the better team, or equal to Japan, and fair play to them, and as I said, 2 super subs, Chadley and Fellaini with the goal. So fair play to Martinez as well.
Yeah, definitely. Some people saying it's the best World Cup stream we've done on That's Football. I think the last 5 minutes was probably a little bit banter to watch. Hi, I'm Burb says those Japanese players should take a lot of pride from that. They've performed very well in this tournament. I think they deserve to go to the quarterfinals quite simply because of the way they played. Nobody fancied them before the tournament, and they played so well. Belgium got a little bit lucky. That Vertonghen goal changed it. It was a lucky goal, but 2-0 to 2-1. It changed it, and the third goal is brilliant. The second goal, brilliant work by Hazard. Fellaini's height gets them the equaliser. The third goal, the way the keeper just gets the attack going, the driving run by De Bruyne, the dummy by Lukaku, and Chadley's just got a tap in. But it's sad, but that's what makes these World Cups memorable. We'll all remember that now, and that's what makes it. So, there's got to be a loser. But thanks everyone for all your kind comments. If you click the eye in the top right-hand corner, I'm now going to take this enthusiasm and passion into the United stand, where I'm sure I'm going to get asked about bloody Fellaini, which I didn't really want to talk about, but I will talk about that as well. I'm going to be live there in about 5 minutes' time. So thanks to Xander. We're back tomorrow, 3 o'clock for Sweden, Switzerland, and England, Colombia. If you enjoyed tonight, England, Colombia tomorrow night, I'll tell you what, I'll be like that for 90 minutes. So I'll see you all tomorrow for that. But do join me on the United stand if you want a little bit more chat. Click the eye in the top right-hand corner or go to the United stand. And thanks for coming on, Xander.
Always a pleasure, mate. Cheers for coming on. And I'm just excited. It's a fantastic World Cup. And hopefully we get many more great moments as well.
It just keeps giving. I'll speak to you tomorrow, pal.
See you in a bit. Bye.
And I'll see all you lot on That's Football. I'm on That's Football. I'll see you on the United stand in about 5 minutes. Just take me a few minutes to set it up. But I'll see you in a moment.